They told you aging meant slowing down, losing your spark and saying farewell to intimacy. But they were mistaken. Completely mistaken. I'm Dr. James, a specialist in men's health with more than 3 decades of expertise in assisting mature adults reclaim their vitality, enhance circulation, and restore closeness, even beyond the age of 60. I've worked with thousands of seniors across the nation, and what I've uncovered may genuinely surprise you. Advice for the elderly. Contrary to popular belief, pharmaceutical drugs and hormone treatments are not the sole solutions. In fact, 4 common fruits might hold the natural secret to reigniting your vitality and intimacy without side effects. These everyday fruits don't merely taste great. They actively improve blood circulation, elevate libido, and rekindle the emotional and physical connection you may have assumed was lost forever. And yes, they're effective even if you're well into your 70s or older. In just a few moments, I'll reveal exactly which 4 fruits these are and how you can incorporate them into your daily routine to feel revitalized, reconnected, and comfortable in your body once again. So stick with me. This could transform how you experience life beyond 60. Before we explore these life-enhancing fruits, don't forget to subscribe and tap the notification bell so you never miss out on powerful health tips curated specifically for your golden years. And if you find this content valuable, type 1 in the comments. If not, type 0. I personally read every response and am dedicated to improving this content just for you. Now let's dive into the heart of today's message. The 4 powerhouse fruits that can help reawaken your circulation and revive intimacy after 60. These aren't miracle pills, they're nature's silent healers. Fruits that collaborate with your body rather than work against it. And the first one? You might already have it chilling in your refrigerator. 1. Red grapes, the circulation enhancer. There was a time in my medical practice when I believed only prescription drugs could improve blood flow in aging individuals. But the more I listened to my older patients and analyzed those who seemed to resist the effects of aging, the more I uncovered a surprising truth. Sometimes the most powerful remedies are hiding in plain sight. Red grapes, not a trendy supplement, not a futuristic treatment, just simple, natural crimson grapes. These vibrant fruits may seem modest, but they contain one of the most potent compounds for aging circulation, resveratrol. This natural antioxidant penetrates deep into the blood vessels, encouraging them to relax and widen. This allows greater volumes of oxygen-rich blood to flow to the muscles, heart, brain, and yes, even to the areas essential for intimacy. What makes red grapes especially powerful is their unique ability to revive blood circulation in precisely the areas where aging typically diminishes at first, the lower body. As both men and women get older, it's common to experience cold feet, reduced sensitivity during intimate moments, or fatigue that sets in quicker than it once did. But when blood can't move freely, neither can energy, passion, or emotional connection. Red grapes restore that freedom. For older men, this fruit has proven quietly transformative. A consistent daily intake of red grapes has shown encouraging improvements in both erectile strength and duration. Why? Because resveratrol increases nitric oxide, a crucial molecule that initiates and sustains healthy erections. And unlike synthetic drugs, red grapes accomplish this naturally, gently, and without harmful side effects. For women, red grapes enhance vascular sensitivity and circulation in the pelvic area, an area where blood flow often diminishes with age. The result? More warmth, greater comfort, and a deeper, more meaningful emotional and physical experience during intimate connection. It's about reigniting not just function, but also the feeling. What's truly astonishing is that something as commonplace as a bowl of grapes could rekindle what many assumed was irreversibly lost. I've had senior couples return months later, genuinely astonished that such a small habit could revive such a profound part of their lives. And every time I smile, because it's not magic. It's sound science and smart lifestyle choices, and we're just getting warmed up. The next fruit on our list doesn't only support circulation, it stands guard over your kidneys and quietly protects your intimate wellness. Ready to discover what it is? Let's move on. 2. Cranberries, the kidney guardian. If there's one fruit I truly underappreciated in the past, it was the cranberry. For years I dismissed it as nothing more than a Thanksgiving side dish, tart, red, and largely forgettable. But as time went on, I began to take notice. I started listening more closely to my older patients, those who still felt robust, energized, and deeply connected to their partners. Again and again, this fruit appeared in their stories. So I dove into the research, and what I discovered redefined everything I thought I understood. Cranberries, it turns out, are among nature's most potent defenders of kidney health and urinary tract integrity. Two critical systems that quietly, yet profoundly, shape an older adult's ability to experience pleasure, sustain energy, and maintain intimacy. You see, when kidney performance starts to decline, toxins accumulate, circulation slows, and inflammation quietly spreads to areas we often hesitate to mention. The result? A dampened libido, dulled sensitivity, and, for men, a significant reduction in both erection strength and endurance. But cranberries step in as silent champions. They're abundant in compounds that minimize inflammation, cleanse the urinary pathways, and preserve vascular flexibility, especially around the pelvic area. And that's not just beneficial for avoiding discomfort. It's essential for keeping blood flowing freely to the parts of the body where it matters most. For men, this can translate into firmer, more dependable erections thanks to improved kidney function, better blood pressure regulation, and enhanced nitric oxide production, all critical for sexual performance. For women, cranberries often lead to less irritation, increased comfort, and a renewed sense of confidence during intimate moments. And perhaps more importantly, they help both partners feel safe and connected, free from the shadow of persistent, unspoken discomfort. I've worked with patients who were quietly suffering, dealing with recurring urinary tract issues, painful intimacy, or a complete loss of desire. Many were surprised, even emotional, to find that something as simple as introducing cranberries into their daily routine brought them relief they never thought possible. When you eliminate pain and pressure from the equation, connection flourishes, and that deep mutual connection is what makes life after 60 truly fulfilling. So whether it's tossing a handful of dried cranberries into your salad or sipping on a glass of unsweetened cranberry juice each morning, this fruit earns its place in your wellness ritual, not only for kidney support, but for circulation, intimacy, and emotional peace of mind. But what if there were a fruit that didn't just protect your internal systems, but ignited a flame from within? A fruit that amplifies energy, boosts testosterone, and helps your body remember what it was made for? That's exactly what we'll uncover next. 3. Papaya, the energy awakener. There's something about papaya that feels like sunlight. Maybe it's the warm golden orange hue or the way it dissolves gently on your tongue, like a quiet reminder of simpler, brighter days. But beneath its luscious sweetness lies a hidden power that most people over 60 completely overlook. Papaya is one of nature's most potent fruits for reinvigorating male vitality and reviving blood circulation throughout the entire body. I recall an elderly gentleman, a retired school principal, who came to me feeling drained. He struggled with poor sleep, persistent fatigue, and his intimacy with his wife had become more of a memory than a moment. He was eating a clean diet, walking every day, doing all the right things, and yet he felt deeply depleted. That's when we added papaya to his daily routine, just 1 cup in the morning, blended with a bit of Greek yogurt. Within a few weeks, he was back in my office with a bright smile and more than a few bashful grins. Something had undeniably changed. Papaya is packed with essential nutrients, vitamins A, C, and E, plus powerful enzymes like papain, which assist digestion and ease inflammation. But what truly sets papaya apart is its effect on testosterone levels and circulatory function, particularly in older men. It helps the body naturally balance hormone production while improving vascular flexibility and oxygen delivery, two key factors in achieving firmer, more sustainable erections and restoring physical stamina. But the benefits aren't exclusive to men. For women, papaya contributes to estrogen balance and enhances pelvic blood flow, reducing dryness and discomfort while heightening arousal. It also supports the adrenal glands, the body's stress response centers, helping you stay present and relaxed in intimate moments without tension or fatigue pulling you away. What I admire most about papaya is how accessible it is. It's not a supplement, it's not a pill. It's a real whole fruit, one you can scoop with a spoon, savor slowly in the morning, and feel working gently from within. It restores confidence and connection, not with fanfare, but with steady, natural progress. So if you're seeking a renewed spark, not just in your body but in your relationship, papaya is your quiet ally. It doesn't promise fireworks, but often delivers something even better: sustained vitality, emotional warmth, and the rekindling of intimacy. And just when you think fruits can't possibly do more, wait until you discover the one that supports both your heart and hormones, helps you sleep more deeply, feel lighter emotionally, and love more openly. Let's talk about cherries. 4. Cherries, the intimacy booster. There's something profoundly soothing about a bowl of cherries. Maybe it's the deep, velvet red color, or the fact that cherries force you to slow down. You don't simply eat cherries, you experience them. And what they do inside your body is even more powerful than what they do on your palate. Years ago, I worked with a married couple in their late 60s. They had shared a strong, loving bond for over 40 years. But something had changed. The husband admitted he felt disconnected from his body, tired, frustrated, and quietly mourning the intimacy they once shared. His wife, ever supportive and patient, longed for their closeness again, but didn't want to pressure him. They were both ready to try something natural. I recommended cherries. Yes, cherries. Based on compelling studies highlighting their influence on circulation, inflammation, and sexual responsiveness, I believed cherries could make a real difference. Though they didn't expect much, they agreed to try. 2 months later, they returned with brighter eyes, warmer smiles, and laughter that echoed like newlyweds. And I knew why. Cherries are rich in potent antioxidants called anthocyanins, compounds proven to reduce arterial inflammation, increase nitric oxide production, and enhance vascular function across the entire body. This means improved blood flow not only to vital organs like the heart and brain, but also to areas responsible for sexual arousal, sensation, and emotional intimacy. For older men, this translates to better circulation to the penis, leading to firmer, longer-lasting erections, without relying on synthetic pharmaceuticals. For women, cherries enhance pelvic circulation, resulting in more comfortable, more pleasurable, and more emotionally meaningful intimate experiences. But cherries don't only act on the body. They don't just work on the body, cherries also calm the mind. Rich in natural melatonin, cherries encourage deeper, more restorative sleep. And when you sleep well, everything shifts. Hormonal balance improves, stress levels drop, and emotional openness blossoms. These aren't just biochemical changes, they're the quiet, often overlooked foundations of lasting intimacy. One of the most beautiful things about cherries is how gentle they are. There's no jarring jolt, no sudden spike, just gradual, steady nourishment. They help soften blood vessels, regulate hormone cycles, and gently bring your mind and body back into natural alignment. And in a world overflowing with pills, pressure, and quick fixes, That kind of subtle, consistent healing feels like a true gift. I've seen cherries transform relationships, not by performing miracles, but by quietly reopening the door to closeness. They remind your body of what it's still capable of. And sometimes that gentle reminder is all it takes to feel connected again. Here's how to start today. Now that you've discovered these 4 powerful fruits, you might be wondering, how do I begin? How do I actually bring this into my life without turning it into another complicated health routine? Well, that's the exciting part, because what comes next is refreshingly simple. You're not facing some rigid protocol or overwhelming plan. You're stepping into something realistic, sustainable, and genuinely enjoyable. If you're still watching this, it means something inside you is ready for change. Maybe you've been feeling slower, less engaged, or simply worn down by the idea that this is just what aging looks like. But it's not completely. Because here's the truth, your body still wants to respond. It still wants to heal, to connect, to feel alive. And with the right nourishment, it absolutely can. That's why I love this approach. We're not talking about extreme diets, costly supplements, or exhausting routines. We're talking about fruit, whole, vibrant, natural fruit, the kind your body instinctively recognizes, welcomes, and responds to, gently at first, then profoundly over time. Start small. In fact, I encourage you to begin with just one of the 4 fruits we've discussed, whichever one speaks to you the most. Maybe it's a handful of ripe red grapes in the afternoon. Maybe it's tossing some dried cranberries into your salad or oatmeal. Maybe it's scooping fresh papaya with breakfast, or savoring a few cherries in the evening as you begin to unwind. There's no wrong way to begin, and there's no pressure to do everything at once. What matters most is consistency. Give your body a clear daily signal. You are choosing vitality. You are choosing circulation. You are choosing connection. Over the next few weeks, you may start to notice the subtle signs: warmer hands and feet, a clearer head, more restful sleep, and maybe, just maybe, a spark returning in those intimate moments. These are not coincidences. They are the whispers of well-being, the voice of your body saying, "I'm still here." Final thoughts. This is just the beginning. And here's something else I've learned from decades of working with seniors across the country. It's never too late. I've seen men in their 70s rekindle their connection with a partner after years of emotional distance. I've seen women rediscover comfort in their bodies and feel beautiful again. Not because they turned back time, but because they finally chose to nourish the life they still had. So today, I invite you to take a fresh look at your fridge, your fruit basket, or even your next grocery list. See fruit not just as food, but as a tool, a healing gift, a simple, empowering step forward. Let this be the day you begin, not because someone else told you to, but because you finally believe you deserve to feel good again, to feel stronger, more connected, and more fully alive than you imagined was still possible. You've learned what to do. You've seen what's possible. Now the next step is yours, and I'll be right here, cheering you on every step of the way. This is just the beginning. Sometimes we quietly start accepting less energy, less touch, less connection. Not because we want to, but because it starts to feel like that's just how aging goes. But from one human being to another, I want you to hear this loud and clear. That idea, it's simply not true. You are not finished, you are not too old, and your body has not given up on you. These 4 fruits, red grapes, cranberries, papaya, and cherries, might sound simple, but they represent something far more powerful, a daily invitation to remind your body of what it's still capable of, to restore not just circulation, but confidence, not just intimacy, but a sense of being vibrantly alive. Think about everything your body has carried you through, decades of hard work, sleepless nights raising a family, stress, loss, laughter, victory. Through it all, your heart has kept beating, your blood has kept flowing, keeping you upright, engaged, and present for others. Now finally, when you have the time to savor life's deeper moments, connection, closeness, love. You deserve to feel supported, not limited. These 4 fruits are not magic pills, but they are a quiet revolution. They work not with force, but with nourishment, not with noise, but with wisdom. They go where medications often cannot, into the tiny vessels, the hormonal pathways, and even the emotional memory of what it feels like to desire and to be desired. What I hope you walk away with isn't just a grocery list. It's a new belief that it's not too late to feel good, to reach out, touch a hand, and feel a pulse of warmth, to wake up rested and hopeful, to look at your partner or yourself and see that spark that never really left. Because aging doesn't just take, it gives. It gives us the chance to love more deeply, to appreciate more fully, to know what truly matters. And when your body feels nourished, when your circulation flows freely, your heart opens to all of it. So tomorrow, if all you do is eat a bowl of cherries or toss a few red grapes in your bag before your walk, know this: you are making a choice to live with intention, to care for your body, not because it's broken, but because it still has so much to give. This isn't the end, this is the beginning. A path toward renewed energy, restored closeness, and maybe even a rediscovery of the person you've always been beneath the layers of time. You've spent a lifetime caring for others. Now it's time to care for you, because you deserve to feel good. You deserve joy. You deserve connection. And the most beautiful part? That journey doesn't begin with a prescription. It begins with a piece of fruit. And a decision to believe that your best days might still be ahead. These lessons are here to inspire you to live fully and authentically. Now I'd love to hear from you. Take a moment to reflect and share one thing you've learned and plan to apply in your own life. Let's support one another on this journey to embracing what's still possible. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a comment with 1. If not, feel free to comment 0. Your feedback means the world to us. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Health 360 Degree for more insights, guidance, and uplifting content just like this. Thank you for watching. And here's to living life on your own terms.